Hello everyone, this is my Ubuntu 14.04 review, and what can I say, it's a very fast, very well designed, very pretty, very stable operating system. If you are running on Ubuntu 12.04, I strongly recommend upgrading. You are missing out on a lot of things. If you are running 13.10, well, you might still think about it. Yes, this is slightly faster and it's it's a couple of new things, but in reality, if you have a lot of software that you install and you need to install or upgrade, it might be a problem. So still think about it if you want to go through it. If not, if you have not a lot of software installed, I strongly recommend upgrading. If you are running on Windows, you can clearly see that it's a very clean, very pretty operating system. And if you are on XP and you have more than 2 GB or at least 2 GB of RAM and have at least a Core 2 and some graphics card, I think this will run really well on your PC. As you can see, not a lot of has been added, and the things have been added. You can see in multiple reviews, and you most probably know all the things that have been added. So let's talk about the things that I find really interesting. For example, you can either switch between windows with clicking on them, or if you don't want it and if you are in a hurry, you can just spin the scroll and it will change through windows. Or you can open new window just on right clicking it and pressing open a new window, and it will open a new application window. This might not be very impressive for 13.10 users, Ubuntu, but for 12.04 users, as I remember, these functions weren't implemented. You can click on it or spin the scroll, and I love it. I just love this function. I love that Ubuntu gives so much space to the application windows, only a top panel here and nothing more. Everything is used by the application window. In Windows you get a panel down here, a huge panel down here. On Ubuntu you only get this small panel. Gives a lot of application window space. Whatever. Another thing is Ubuntu Smart Scopes or Dash or Smart Dash or whatever it's called now is more polished, but it's still useless. You can enable it or disable it from privacy settings. Let's enable it and let's compare it to a simple web browser, simple googling something. Okay, let's enable it. You can enable it from privacy settings, search, and enable online search. Okay, let's minimize this and let's have here NBA Draft 2000. Okay, clearly I want to search for a Wikipedia page, and it opens. Okay, it's a web browser, you know what it does. Let's search the same thing in scope. NBA Draft 2000. Okay, it's searching online, and I'll say that it's so much faster and so much smoother experience, but still it actually doesn't do a lot of things. So I recommend you disable online searches, because it doesn't do a lot of things. Just opens, just eats a lot of your memory, system memory. But it's not all bad. For example, if you have online accounts added to your system, it can search in your Google Drive, and that's a good thing. For example, if you are looking for a you can search it from your Dash smart scopes, and that's a good thing. That's really a good thing that it comes in handy. So that's the only thing I think it's nice. And if they would integrate more online accounts better, that would be a really good thing. For example, Twitter integration, it doesn't make a lot of sense. Okay, so I'll open this. So what can I do with it? Nothing. And it doesn't give me a lot of information. Only thing I miss about online results or smart scopes is that I don't have Google Drive integration. Other than that, I don't care and I disable it. Okay, let's disable it. You can see how easy it is to disable it. What can I say? It's a very fast, much faster than 13.10 or 12.04. You can see these Phronix benchmarks that clearly shows that. I think about Ubuntu 14.04, they finally fixed the language changing bug. You know, the Alt Shift shortcuts that you would set if you would be using Windows. You would set Alt plus Shift shortcut to change languages. And now in Ubuntu 14.04 that works. In 13.10 it didn't work too nice. So if you know more than one language, Alt plus Shift shortcut works now. Other than that, it comes with fantastic community wallpapers as well. Now you can change the size of the dash from appearance, or the side panel. You can change the size of it, and that's a very nice result. Or launcher icon size. This is it. Okay, you can see it minimizes it. Fantastic. Okay, whatever. Let's close this. Okay, it's an outless looks stock, but it works. It gets the job done. It comes with the music software is Rhythmic box, and it looks really nice. Since the facelift of this software, it looks really nice now. The things I don't like is the software center. Software center is still that old software center. That is a terrible experience to install software on it. Well, maybe since updating it, last update, it's not that bad to install it. When I used this, when I first installed 14.04 and I installed a couple of software, I ended up with broken packages. Now it works better than that because it has been updated, but it still is a bad experience. Sure, you get some idea what you are gonna install, but it's so slow and it's so heavy on the resources that you rather install everything through terminal, and this is a bad thing as well. In a lot of software, when the window size is big, your close, minimize and maximize button gets hidden under the top panel. That's a bug I noticed. Okay, Alt and let's close this. Okay, let's reopen it and let's install, for example, Audacity. It's not a nice experience. Okay, again, it's under it. Whatever. And, no, that's not how you spell it. Audacity. More information. It will open. Here you see it's not a nice experience to install software through it. But it gets the job done, but not the best experience. Anyway, I think this Ubuntu 12.04 is a fantastic release, and I strongly recommend for Windows users to check it. It's a breath of fresh air for Windows and for Ubuntu enthusiasts. Well, you most probably know about this release, and I strongly recommend upgrading to it. I know I don't have a lot of things to say, but it's just a fantastic release. Okay, it's still installing. This is what I'm talking about. It's not the best experience to install software through Software Center. You rather install it from terminal. Okay, it's installed, great, but yeah, it's not the best experience. Still, it needs some fixing, some tweaking, and considering that they want to sunset this application, either sunset it already or fix it, make it better. I don't know, they should seriously think about that. Anyway, I think this is all the things I wanted to talk about. This is a fantastic release. It's very pretty. It's very fast, very stable. Sure, it has some bugs, but it's a new release. It will get sorted out really fast. For example, when I installed it, it couldn't recognize my graphics card. I had to manually install it, but all of those bugs will get fixed with updates. That's a great thing about Linux, is that updates actually do something, unlike Windows. Windows updates are terrible. I experienced a lot of it. Anyways, thank you for watching. I hope this was interesting at least. Good luck.